Right, Stephen A. He says that Shaq wasn't talented, just strong. Does he have a point?
He might be the most ignorant. That might be the most ignorant statement I've ever heard. I mean, to say that Shaq wasn't talented. Shaq was 7'1", 325 pounds. He was nimble. He had a soft touch. He was dominant. He'd yam it on your face. He could run the floor. He did a lot of things. And when you look at Shaquille O'Neal, he wasn't dominant because he was big. Yao Ming was big. Murison was big. A whole bunch of people were big. But Shaquille O'Neal was the most dominant force of the modern era and the second most dominant force in the history of basketball this side of Wilt Chamberlain. For Vlade Divac to utter such blasphemy is just utterly ridiculous. This is a guy that never averaged more than 16 points in a season. He never averaged more than 5 assists in a season. He only averaged 10 rebounds a game 3 times in his 16 years in the NBA. And he's got the nerve, the audacity, the unmitigated gall to echo such blasphemous nonsense. It's ridiculous. You can sit there and say what you want. Shaquille O'Neal definitely didn't hit free throws. There were times where he could have rebounded more. There's no question about it. But you saw he wasn't just yamming it on people. He had post moves. He had a hook. He had a soft J inside 8 feet. Okay? Of course, he had a power game to go with it. Plus, he could run the floor. Plus, he was athletic. Shaquille O'Neal will go down as one of the greatest big men to have ever blessed the court of the NBA in NBA history. I cannot believe that Vlade Divac, who's an incredibly nice guy and a really, really good guy, who was a decent player, but the word decent is operative because he damn sure wasn't more than that, could sit there and say something about one of the greatest big men in the history of the NBA. Vlade Divac needs to pick up the phone, call Shaquille O'Neal, and I don't give a damn if it's in English or the language for Yugoslavia or whatever. You need to apologize immediately for saying that stuff about Shaquille O'Neal. The nerve of this dude to say that thing. Just blasphemy. Absolute blasphemy.